Hey there, folks. Rock Online here. Gonna attempt another warming from home demo, any percent glitchless speed run. Goal here is to get the L-shaped desk for $1,000 without using any glitches. I'm gonna keep this for the normal process of just working the spreadsheets. I have some ideas, some recommendations for some other things that we'll try to get it to maybe in some later videos, but to get back in the groove of trying to see if we can beat this 9:45. So we'll hit play and time will start when we take control, when we're entering our password. You can kind of see it there on the screen taped to the monitor. All right, we're in control. We're typing worm 1 2 3. One, 2, and 3, and enter, and a bunch of prompts we click through. All right, we're here to our boss, just giving us a call to check in on us. Steve is calling. All we have to do is get the phone off the cradle. Try and take advantage of this time. We need this D6 for later. Yeah. Right now we can go back over here and hang this up. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is grab the mouse, get into the spreadsheet work, and enter cell 7, enter 704 into cell A3. Now we're already in A1, we're going to go down to 704. This first task will always give you $10 at least. We need $10 cash to do the next piece, which is to buy the reading nook in the shop for $10. And then go to the reading nook to unlock more complicated spreadsheets. So what we need here is a total of 5x. So I think breaking this up is quicker and certainly more consistent too. You know, as you gather more, you go quicker. So like that 1.5, 1.5, 1.75, 4, 1.25s. Both of those work. We click through all this, we don't need to know any of that. All we're going to do is buy spreadsheet wizard and then get out of all of this. Back to the mouse. For some reason I am always in a hurry with this and I want to blow past the mouse and get straight back to the spreadsheets, but until you get logged back into the spreadsheet app, it doesn't mean anything. There we go. All right. Basically, we just lock in here until we get $1,000. So we're going to go over to cell F1 and enter A5, which is 4. And B5, which is 5, so we answered 4 times 5. Alright, there are a few prompts that are always the same in every run, and this is one of 4. And so we're going to enter 3 into that cell. Asks us for how long we are. There's a ruler under the monitor. There's always one of these. It's not identical in every playthrough, but it is a go here and enter this number even after you do spreadsheet wizard. And there's... Okay, so this is one of the good ones you would unlock by doing the complicated spreadsheet wizard thing. We need to take this D6 and rest it on the control button. Hopefully you stay on there. We're not holding it down. That's where I always get in trouble. Okay. The D6 will hold down 2 buttons, but it won't hold down 3. So if we get it, this is insane. I cannot believe I'm having this much trouble. Putting the D6 down flat does not want to go. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's even rolling like that is bad. Okay, so italicize is control and I. Alright, projection pattern is one of the other standard ones. Make sure we do not put any other characters in other than and you cannot have control held down when you do this, so we just need to enter 70,000 in this. Alright, just one more, I think. No, okay, we're good. There is, no, there's one more. There's an intern we have to fire, poor Mark. That would be the last of those standardized ones. So we want to copy E2 and paste it into D1. Man, my brain is not with us today. Alright, copy E2 Do that and then Control C. Fling yourself a bit, save a little bit of time, and then go over to D1. And paste. Okay, 252. Alright. Because we are trying to... We cannot have Control press down. You can type a bunch of stuff into other cells. That does not matter. You just can't type anything other than the number you need into the finishing cell. B2 is 5 and C1 is 63, so we're going to enter 68. Okay. Intern we should fire is always Mark. Sorry, Mark. You can't copy and paste that too. And I get something other than what I needed to there, so. I back all that back out. M A R A R. Hold F2, so we're in F2, so that's convenient. We just need to bold this. So there we go. See, that's the kind of D6 work you're looking for there. Very simple lift and drop. All right, and we're in F2 again. I've never seen it do the same cell 3 times. That's pretty cool. A1 is 4 and D5 is 22. So we were looking for negative 18. You finish a Sudoku? Oh, that's right. There was one more. Where we didn't do the Sudoku. Always 2 in this cell here. All right, italicize D2. Down to D4. E1 is 7 and A3 is 18. It's negative 11. Okay, we're halfway there, 511. Italicize C4. Might work, yeah. Okay. Alright, entering a number. And we're in, of course, in a very odd series of things here that pretty much every single thing we've needed to do, we were in that cell from the previous step, which is really weird. Can't have anything when you're typing numbers in that would block that block the progress of entering that number in. So you have to delete those extra unfortunate backspaces out. And my goodness, I am typing the wrong number and everything. There we go. Not worth as much money, those, fortunately. Sum of F4. F4 is 5 and A5 is 9, so that's 13. That is not 13. F4 is 5 and A5 is 14. Sorry. 5 and... I thought I said 9 and 4. Not 9 and 5. Copy D1. Paste it into A2. Alright, copy A1. That's fortunate. Good placement for everything. Paste it into F2. Alright, cruising a bit here. Down 1. And over 5 times. $700. Of course, we are again in F2. It's very weird. 8, 0, 9, 0. A little bit more on my moves here. I think we'd had a pretty good run set up. The lack of needing to move things around the spreadsheet quite as much. Italicize. 771. Okay. Old C5. F2 is 2 and D3 is 1. And that's not right. F2 is 2, D3 is 9. I don't know, I thought it was 1. That is what E2 is, not D2. D3, not D3.
Hey.
Alright, in E4, we need to enter the sum of F4, which is 67, and D3, which is 48, and that's 115. Alright, we're $100 short. And so E3, we're entering C4, which is 7, and F2, which is also 7. Yeah, times. I don't know if it was times or if it was sum. 7 times 7 is 49. You see, italicized C3. C3. Alright, get that on there. Nope. Get that on there. Stay on there. There we go. Italicized. Nope. Gonna fall off again, really. What a surprise. Thing's got a mind of its own tonight. Alright. $27 short. Alright, perfect. We are in a... We have the thing on the D6 on the control button. Just copy. A2, so we need to go down 1 and over 1. Alright, we are on the doorstep. Ooh, $1,000, perfect. The rest that matters. Get over to the mouse. Up to here. Down to the shop. Alright, then time stops the second we buy the L-shaped desk. Alright. Not the best run. Shaking off a little bit of rust. It was pretty good. A weird run again. A lot of things ended up in exactly the same cell multiple times, which I've never experienced before. But again, part of the fun of running this too is you never know exactly what you're going to get. So even being consistent all the time, you'll find some variability, which I find pretty exciting about this speedrun. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.